John, what are common products manufactured in Mexico that Americans use every day?
That's a really good question, Fletcher, because a lot of people don't know. They think everything is made in China. They're just really not sure. I'll just give you a few examples. If you drove a car today, there's a good portion of that car that was manufactured in Mexico, whether it was pistons, whether it was spark plugs, upholstery, you name it. There were aspects of that car, I guarantee you, unless you are an extreme anomaly, parts of that car came out of Mexico. And one of the beauties and the successes of NAFTA is that it really modernized the auto industry and created extremely complex and efficient supply chains across the three NAFTA countries, and now across, specifically across the United States and Mexico, although Canada did have a role. And we often use the example of your car seat. For a lot of car makes and models, your car seat, just the seat, it crossed the United States Mexico border sometimes up to 8 times, adding a part, adding a component on each side, then upholstering it and adding foam, whatnot, adding a set of springs. It has sometimes crossed the US Mexican border up to 8 times prior to the final car seat being popped into that car and before you bought it and drove it off the lot in the dealership. So automotive is absolutely probably at the top of the list of products that are manufactured in Mexico. Aside from that, most people don't realize a huge portion of your household appliances are currently being manufactured in Mexico. If you brush your teeth with an electric toothbrush, especially if it's Oral-B. I'm not sure about Sonicare. I use Oral-B. Mine was made in Mexico. Most Oral-Bs are made in Mexico. I think most electric toothbrushes in general are made in Mexico. Your dishwashers, your blenders, your washer dryer, refrigerator, grills are now being moved into Mexico more. Now, even you're seeing a lot of consumer electronics, modems, computer modems, and now Sony and Samsung are taking steps to re-enter the Mexican market after being in China for so many years. So that's just to name a few. I mean, I could come up with a plethora. There are even talks of Apple coming back to Mexico, but we haven't seen that yet. But there are also, just to get into a different field, medical devices, and especially in the age of COVID, medical devices are going to become more and more important to maintain that supply chain closer to home, like I was talking about. And absolutely, from plastic injection molding to anything plastic, not so much pharmaceuticals, but any and all medical devices, or not any and all, but many medical devices, as well as PPE, more and more of that is coming out of Mexico. And one thing I just wanted to mention in regards to that is not manufacturing specific, but something that we've worked in, are agricultural products. I mean, you and I are old enough, Fletcher, to remember what it was like trying to get fresh fruits and vegetables in the wintertime when we were kids. I mean, they were pretty bad. Tomatoes, just anything else. I mean, they tasted terrible. Now, if you go to your grocery store this time of year in the United States, probably a good percentage, if not over 50% of the produce section, whether it is not just avocados or tropical fruit, but tomatoes, blueberries, strawberries, squash, zucchini, so many of these fruits and vegetables are coming in from Mexico now, and it's allowing Americans to enjoy a lot tastier and healthier food in a time period where we really cannot grow things in house.